Hey everybody, welcome to another Sunday. Welcome to the Spiritual Growth Center. My name is CB Baker. I'm the pastor here, and I cannot wait to dive into what we're going to talk about this week. And as you know, the year is closing down. We're getting real close to Christmas. And I was out last night driving around looking at the Christmas lights, and everybody was in a festive mood. All the restaurants was full and people dressed up. It was just nice to see people getting in the Christmas spirit. But today I want to talk about laborers and people who go out to help bring the kingdom of the kingdom of heaven down here to earth. And I want to get like a motivational message to those people that do that, and also to the folks out there that are sitting on the fence of whether or not they should, as I say, get in the game and start helping people and doing God's work of bringing the kingdom of heaven down here to earth. The scripture today we'll be covering will be from Matthew chapter 9, verses 35 through 38. That is Matthew chapter 9, verses 35 to 38. It goes like this, reading from the English Standard Version. And Jesus went throughout all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom and healing every disease and every affliction. When he saw the crowds, he had compassion for them because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest and send out laborers into his harvest. Now, one thing that you will find interesting in this word pride, in having pride, one thing you'll find interesting in that is that you will need help but won't ask for the help because of pride. And then pride will also tell you that doing a certain thing is also beneath you, or helping somebody in a certain way is beneath you, right? And it'll keep you from doing the labor that God is trying or incentivizing for you to do. You'll make up excuses, and that your pride will start kicking in on keeping holding you back from doing that because you won't seek help and the things that you're going through. And let's be real here. Let's get to the truth. Everyone is struggling in some area of their life. Some things is more devastating to people than others, but everybody is struggling with something in their life that they may have an issue with asking someone for help. So why are the people struggling and having a hard time asking for that help? I want you to think about it for yourself. Why are you hesitating on asking someone to help you with your issues? Is it that you don't want people to know your business? Are you apprehensive because you don't have the faith that the person or anybody can actually help you, right? Or is it something that, you know what, I just get through it, no big deal, but I don't really see if anybody can help me for real. The people who are willing and sincere to help are few. And that may be what is causing you to not seek that help, because even Jesus said, the laborers are few. Today, I'm going to shed some light on the benefits of becoming a laborer. All right, I'm going to shed some benefits on that. So how can we help someone when we ourselves are needing of help? See, that's part of the issue. A lot of times we don't go help someone because we ourselves need help. right? So how can you help someone thoroughly when you need some help? You're looking for somebody to come help you. So, all right. So here's 3 steps we must take that go from needing help to providing help. That short distance that seems to be so difficult for us to do. I'm gonna give you all 3 steps on how to get there. The first step is to recognize what you are struggling with and give it to God. Point blank, period. Once you truly believe that God is in control of everything, I'm talking everything, including the problems that you're going through right now. The issues that you're dealing with right now, God is in complete control of that. When you understand this, a sense of peace will drop over you and go straight through all of your spirit. Because once you realize that you're not in control, that He's in control, and then you also know, and when you come to believe that He has your best interest at heart, right? Then you get peaceful. Everything, you calm down, right? How do you think people felt when Jesus went through the cities healing people? I mean, for real, let's think about that. When Jesus was going through these cities in the synagogues and He was healing the people, what happened to their sense of belief in Jesus while He was doing this? See, I think about it. Of course, there was people that was showing up there to either skeptical, to watch Him fail, or to challenge Him while He was healing people and casting out evil spirits, right? So here's the thing. Everyone there that got healed believed on a certain level that they could be healed. And as they saw Jesus healing other people, their belief and their faith in Him to be able to heal them increased. So, therefore, when Jesus was healing people and people were seeing Him doing this, their belief and faith level increased each time. The person that's on the fence then says, you know what, I believe because I've seen with my own eyes, I've heard with my ears, and I'm looking at what is taking place. So I believe that I can be healed. You have a better chance of healing when you believe that you can be healed. All right? It's the non-belief that sometimes can block your own blessing. So we got to work on first healing ourselves, right? Healing ourselves before we take the next step of providing help to others. So how do we do this? We have to develop a relationship with Jesus. You got to remember that when Jesus was out there healing the folks, He was healing them one-on-one, bam, bam, direct connection, and they was being healed, right? We have to do the same thing. We have to work with Jesus to heal ourselves, okay? And then we need to understand that the healing process and that relationship with Jesus is a lifelong journey because things in life change. Therefore, our issues and our struggles will change. So even though you may fix one issue in your life, things that you're struggling with Jesus, when you fix that one, best believe life happens, something else is going to come up. A different variation of that, right? But here's the good news, folks. Jesus never changes. Jesus is right there with you to help you get through that issue or that problem. He doesn't change at all. Jesus gives you that foundation for you to be able to overcome anything that happens to you happens around you, or something that you're feeling, or some issue that you're dealing with, Jesus gives you that foundation to overcome it. So what we need to do is we got to develop that relationship with God with daily devotions while working on our personal issues. Talking with Jesus daily and asking him to help you work on your personal issues and things you're struggling with, or things going on in your life, whether it be you personally or with your family. Help, ask, and make that request for help from God, right? And you'll start to see that those items in your life will start to dissipate, start to fall off, or you'll be able to go through those issues with minimum effort. The second step to going from needing help to helping people is not becoming overwhelmed by a number of people who need your help. And this is the thing that's real interesting, y'all, is that when you make the decision to go out and be a laborer, you're going to realize your eyes are going to get opened to the fact that there's a lot of people out here that need help. A lot. If you look at verse 36, he says, when he saw the crowds, he had compassion for them because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. Even Jesus had a reaction to the number of people that needed help, but he also had a plan. See, when you go out to be a laborer, you're going to see, your eyes are going to get open. God's going to open your eyes to a lot of people that are in pain and that need help. And when that happens, you cannot get overwhelmed when your eyes get opened. You're going to have a sense of sadness, a sense of like, wow, I got chose of one of the people to do this, to help these folks. You may have an array of emotions, and one of them might be I'm not built for this. That might be one of them. But I tell you what, you cannot let that distract you from what you have been told to do. And it makes me think of when you get in a situation like this, when you start becoming a laborer, it makes me think of the time in life. Have you ever sat down to do something that you thought was going to be simple to do, and it turned out to be very difficult? Like, you're like, I'm going to knock this out real quick. And next thing you know, it's like, man, it's 3 hours. Let's still finish this, right? Think about when you say, I'm going to go clean out my bedroom closet or clean out the garage, something like that, right? When you go to clean out your bedroom closet, okay, let's get in there. You open the closet up, and then next thing you know, your eyes are open to how much junk you have in your closet. And then you're like, oh man, what is going on? It's like, okay, where do I even begin? Right? So you kind of try to think through a plan, but you say, I'm just going to get in here and just start moving stuff around. And then all of a sudden, the question that happens to everybody that slows down the process, which is, do I throw it away or do I keep it on each item that you pick out of your closet, right? When you're cleaning your closet out. That question by itself slows down the entire process and distracts you from what you're attempting to do. Don't let that question, do I throw it away or do I keep it? You know how you have the same thing? Like, stop thinking like that. If you haven't used it in a minute, you didn't even know it was in there, you forgot it was in there, you can go ahead and throw it away because you didn't know it existed, right? Now, once you get through that whole process of cleaning out your closet, and you know what's crazy? A lot of times when you clean out the closet, you turn around and look at your bedroom now is a mess because you took the stuff that was in the closet out of the closet into the bedroom trying to clean out the closet to figure out what's trash and which is not, right? Excuse me. So now think back to when you finished, you came back to that closet and it was clean and neat. Think back to that. Maybe the next day you came, you opened the closet. You kind of forgot that you cleaned the closet out. You open it up and it's all clean, neat, everything in there organized. That feeling that came over you when you saw that, that is the ultimate benefit of becoming a laborer. Because when you go out in the world, preaching the gospel, helping people out, you may feel like you're not making any progress at all. It's like that meme that you see with a guy with the mop bucket trying to mop the ocean, right? It's like this is never ending, right? But when you start doing it like you was cleaning your closet, one thing at a time, boom, 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 right? And then when you finish the task, you go back and look, and you see the progress that you made over time. You see that progress, and then you're like, wow, I have done something. I've made a difference. And that's what God is telling you, which is on the other side of you laboring. When you turn around and look back at what you've done, you'll see that you have made a difference. You just need to not overthink being a laborer. You just need to go and start doing the work similar to how you cleaned your closet. Get with the Lord, ask the Lord for a guidance and a strategy. Go out there, do the work. It's simple and it's effective. Excuse me. The third step is understanding that you can't do it all by yourself. Okay, let's be real here. You cannot do it all by yourself. Matter of fact, Jesus even knew that himself. And God in human flesh form can only be at one place at one time. So he needed disciples. So if you know you can't do it all by yourself, and you know Jesus was not able to do it all himself, so what do we need? First and foremost, we need God to help us, right? We need God to help us. Second thing we need is other people, which is shocking. You need other people to help you bring the kingdom of heaven down here to earth, right? Jesus did exactly that. So let's go to verse 37. Then he said to his disciples, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest and send out laborers into his harvest. Now, if you go down to the start of chapter 10, it says, and he called him to his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal every disease and every affliction. So this is interesting. So Jesus recognized that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So how do I get some laborers in here? Okay, 12 disciples, it's time for y'all to get to work. Y'all been around me for 2-3 years or so. It's now time to put to work what you have been watching me do, what I have been training you to do. It's now time to get to work. So what was the significance of the 12 going out? They didn't all go out literally at the same location. They spread out, okay? See, this is the thing that you need to understand, that these disciples learning from Jesus did something that we often don't think about doing in our own life. When you're doing the work, you also have to train the people who truly believe to do the same thing that you are doing. And that's what Jesus did. He trained the people that believed in him, his own disciples, to be able to create, check this out now, more disciples to be able to go out and do his work. Doing this will creates a workforce of people that have the same common goals, which is bringing the kingdom of heaven down here to earth. Jesus' methods are so simple, but yet we continue to not do it effectively. We have to use God in our life and follow his guidance, and also have him help us heal ourselves while we go help other folk. And next thing you know, the people that are out there in the world, apathetic about things, all of a sudden say, oh my God, there's somebody here that can help me. God has sent someone to me. When you provide help to someone, instruct them to do the same for others, it creates a momentum for change. And that's how you can see neighborhoods with powerful churches in the neighborhood. The neighborhood starts to, if you can go from a bad neighborhood to a good neighborhood over a course of time, because the people in the church spread that same labor effect through everybody in the community by helping them heal themselves and help other folks heal themselves. It's just like cleaning the closet, people. The task moves faster and easier once you have someone helping you. Case in point that on Saturday mornings, in most Black families, that's the day to clean up around the house. Now, if you implore everyone in the house to help clean up, the task can take maybe an hour, if that. Clean the whole entire house. We got 3-4 people in the house, 3-4 people working, boom, everything is knocked out. Just like cleaning their closet. If you clean the closet with 1 or 2 other people and you're handing stuff to them, throw this way. Next thing you know, in 10, 15 minutes, that closet is clean. And now you can move on to the other closet. And next thing you know, when y'all are all done, you all sit on the couch or look at the places and have that same effect of going back and looking at the work you've done and everything is clean. When helping people, show them how doing the same for others provides healing for them as well. Okay? They will begin to witness their own progress from another perspective, from the person that they're directly helping. Because when they see that person in their interaction, their actions, and their response to the help that they're providing them, they'll see that and then recognize that in themselves and say, I see and I feel it. And that feeling is connected. It's one disciple to the next disciple to the next disciple, and it goes all the way back to Jesus, our Master, our Lord and Savior. So in conclusion, y'all, there's 3 steps that one must take to go from needing help to providing help. First one is recognize that God is in control of everything. Even what you're struggling with, he's in control of it. Second one is don't become overwhelmed by the task by being a laborer due to the number of people who will need your help. Third is you know that you cannot do it by yourself. Instruct people on how to provide help as you help people. So today, folks, let's get out there next week and start helping folk. Let's start being a laborer. The harvest is plentiful. It still is to this day. Over 2,000 years later, we still have people, we still have a harvest out there that needs to be reaped. I instruct you all today, I'm encouraging everyone today to go out, you young ministers, evangelists, and people who just became into the faith or believe in Jesus, that you go out, preach the gospel, tell everybody how good God is and how good he's been to you and for you, and watch the environment in your communities change as you do those things. Thank you all for listening. I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a wonderful week